want you to know, I want you to see if you can remember this story. I'm going to tell a story on you, and I want you to listen close, so if any of it's not true, you can tell folks it ain't true. But I don't lie. Some of you may know this, some of you may not, but back in the day, somebody go get Victoria. I wanted to hear this.
Victoria!
Back in the day, Papaw Cecil and I call her grandmother, Grandmother Minnie, would take one of us kids on vacation with them. And I don't know if it was a grandkid every summer or how they alternated it, but one summer it was my turn to go on vacation with them, and we went to the Brazos River. And you know, we fished, and I don't even remember how old I was. I think I was about Victoria's age, 9 or 10, old enough to remember. And we spent the week down the Brazos River, and you know, Grandpa would take me fishing with him, and one time he broke a shear pin in the engine, and he had to replace it. So I had to get out of the boat and hold the boat steady while he did that. Well, about that same time, somebody with all the infinite wisdom in the world, not knowing our situation, decided that that was the time to open the gates on the dam. And I'm standing in ankle deep water when this starts. And the water starts rising. Well, you know, kids, you don't listen to them first 2 or 3 times. And I tell him, Papa, this water's getting deep. And he said something like, we're in a river, it can't get deep. You know, it is what it is, and, you know. And it got up to my knees, and I said, Papa, it's getting deep. And he, I think, realized what happened. He said, well, I'm about to finish. So it's at my neck by the time he gets that thing in there. And I don't know how I'm holding on to the boat, but I am. And he gets it finally replaced and we get in. But that's not the story I want to tell you. The story I want to tell you is on that same trip, later some evening, it might have been that evening, we're in this little bitty, and it's little bitty to me at 9 and 10, and you know how as a kid everything is bigger than it really is. So it must have been a very small camping trailer. And all I remember is we had to turn sideways to get anything done or accomplished in there, so it must have been really small. And it was so small, in fact, that only one person could get ready for bed at a time. And so what I remember was it's late at night, and all the lights are out outside, and we just got the lights on in the trailer. And I think I'm ready for bed. And Papaw Cecil is already in the bed, and it's Grandmother that's getting ready for bed. And as it is in the summertime, it was extremely hot. And you know, as Grandmother's habit was, she spoke her mind. And she was not mincing any words about how hot it was. And so Grandpa Cecil, in his constant effort to help out folks, would always offer his advice to whatever predicament they happened to be in. And he's laying there in the bed and he says, well, just sleep in the raw. And without missing a beat, I never will forget this. Grandmother turns around and says, ain't you gonna do it? I was in shock. And it was only years later that I figured out exactly what was going on and what her huge objections were. But I never will forget that rapid fire response of I ain't gonna do it.